be probably like $350. If you can't, I'm going to get you some medication just for the usual heart disease drugs. One to delay the degeneration of the heart muscle, and one to pull a little bit of the fluid off the lungs that happens because of heart disease. So those we can get you, but if it is possible for you to go to the cardiologist, I think that would be a good idea.
Well, I love him very much, so I will do what you say.
Okay, so I'm going to make you copies of the x-ray, another copy of the blood work, and then I'm going to get you a phone number.
So this is a referral to
yeah,
who you
so what
believe
they're
is
going
what
to
you
do
wanna
is
see.
they're going to do a full heart ultrasound. And they're going to look for problems with the heart valves, thickening of the heart muscle, blood pressure problems associated with that, and based on that tell you which drugs are going to be the best and a better prognosis on that heart disease.
So there are remedies in trying to get the right drugs?
Right. Yeah,
but is
having a more accurate drug.
Life-shortening issue?
It definitely can be, yeah. Unfortunately, the drugs are designed to hopefully prevent that, but it can be a life-shortening issue.
Now he's 4 years old now. So what kind of...
Well, our hope is with the right drugs that we're going to still have years and years and years to come. That's the hope. So more likely with having the ultrasound done.
And then the enlarged heart is caused by?
Sometimes it's a valve problem. So if they develop a little bit of a heart murmur, what you hear as a murmur is one of the valves fluttering. So the blood, when the heart pumps, is supposed to go one direction. If that valve is weak, then some of the blood goes back the other direction. So then the heart has to beat harder and harder and harder, and that makes the muscle thicken. And that's when you start to see the big heart on x-ray.
So from the time you first examined him,
and he didn't have a murmur till now.
So was there anything that could have happened in his environment that...
Well, sometimes infection. Sometimes you can have a little bit of like a bacterial or fungal infection set up on their heart valve.
Well, see, does that bring back, haven't you had something like the fungus?
Well, but it's just so rare in Colorado.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. It's just so rare here.
I still have the fungus samples in the house, and I didn't ever send to lab, but I don't think that...
Well, I think when the cardiologist does the ultrasound, they'll actually have a picture of those valves, and they'll be able to see if there's what looks like an infection that caused it, or if there's something else.
Because if it does have something to do with that, then definitely getting him and me and the other animals in a cleaner airspace.
I would be surprised if it was fungal, but yes, it's possible. So that's something that we definitely need to consider.
But it wouldn't be genetic, right? Because if it was genetic, it would have been from birth, generally detectable, or it could come on.
Not necessarily.
Okay, so we don't really know.
Sometimes they can come on later in life.
And not really.
So I'm going to make copies of everything, and then I'm going to get you their phone number so you can call them, and hopefully next week, soon, they'll get you in. So I'll be right back with all of that.
And then you'll give me a printout of
the new blood work.
And then what are you going to tell me? Then what do I?
Yeah, I was thinking.
You're basically saying there's no
feeding.
issue of euthanizing today.
I definitely wouldn't, because I think if you can get her eating again, I think we should be okay. So we need to get her to start eating. Now that her kidney values are normal, I'm a little more comfortable with branching outside of the kidney diet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So if we have to use something else to get her to eat,
well, she likes shrimp sometimes, and that was the only thing that she smelled at yesterday.
Do you think maybe
you have to give me some suggestions.
Maybe if you got a canned seafood diet, maybe not shrimp by itself, but a canned seafood diet, Friskies. We don't love that, but it's better than not eating. Yeah. So boiled chicken and rice is a good thing to do. I don't know if she would go for that, but chicken and rice is a good one.
Oh, she likes the Costco broiled chicken.
Okay.
She eats that meat.
Yeah. Maybe adding a little bit, chop that up with a little rice, a little broth, that would be a good thing to do.
Okay.
We just have to get her eating is basically it, because everything else looks good.
All right.
So that's at least positive. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.